Hello, welcome to my student support system. In today's class of child health nursing, we are going to discuss the condition of girl child in India. This lecture is in English, and if you want to study in Hindi, just click on I button and you will get link of Hindi lecture, or you can directly visit my channel My Student Support System. The issue of girl child rights and protection in India is a very serious concern. Not only girls, but the women as such continues to be discriminated. The sex bias or gender bias is more among uneducated and socially backward class. Right from her arrival, she faces discrimination, humiliation, and oppression at every stage of life. When it comes to the healthcare, education, and growth opportunities, she is neglected because of her gender. The girl child, if manages to survive all the discrimination and crime against her, grows up and show discrimination against her own female children because of the molding in her attitude during the survival process. This cycle goes on generation to generation and hard to break. What are the current issues related to girl child? We can categorize them as female infanticide or female feticide, nutritional deficiency, morbidity and mortality, educational status, abuse and neglect, and girl child labor. We will discuss these points one by one. First is female infanticide. Female infanticide is a heinous crime. In simple terms, it is a deliberate attempt to kill newborn female children within 1 year of their birth. It is a century old phenomenon caused by the social evils like poverty, illiteracy, child marriages, and dowry system. Discrimination against girl child begins even before her birth, which results in female feticide. Female feticide, a gender selective abortion where a female fetus is illegally terminated solely based on the reason that the fetus is a girl. Female feticide is driven by many factors, but primarily by the prospect of having to pay a dowry to the future bridegroom of a daughter, while sons offer security to the family in old age and can perform rituals for the soul of deceased parents and ancestors. It is believed in the society. Daughters are perceived as a social and economic burden. Prenatal sex determination or detection technologies have been misused. While abortion is legal in India, but it is a crime to abort a pregnancy solely because the fetus is female. Strict laws and penalties are there for the violators. Second issue is nutritional deficiency. On an average, nutritional status of the girl child is always poorer than that of the boys. A girl child passes through various developmental periods during her womanhood, such as adolescent period, pregnancy, motherhood, lactation period, etc. Widespread nutritional deprivation perpetuates in intergenerational cycle of the nutrition deprivation in the children. Undernourished or malnourished girl child develop as a undernourished women. The girl child with great undernutritional problems suffer from lesser immunity syndromes such as diarrhea, jaundice, pneumonia, malaria, measles, and other communicable diseases as well. Approximately 50% girls in India suffer from anemia and other nutritional deficiency diseases. Poor nutritional status leads to poor growth and development of girl child. Morbidity and mortality. The medical needs of a girl child normally are ignored. This leads to serious complications later on. Poor nutritional status add up to the poor immunity in the girls. The girls suffer from nutritional deficiency diseases, communicable diseases, even infant mortality and under 5 mortality rates are higher in girls than in boys. Educational status. Educating the girls is the best investment a nation can make for its bright future. Yet the education of girls in India presents a distorted or bad picture. A large proportion of girls, especially in rural areas, never get enrolled to the school. Those who do so or get enrolled show high dropout rates. Recent national data reveals that dropout rate for girls at elementary level is 4.10%, which rises 16.88% at the secondary level. Due to the existing attitude regarding girls' education, safety concerns, distance between home and school, social apathy related to coeducation, lack of affordable sanitary napkins, absence of separate functional toilets, poor school infrastructure, several teenage girls tend to become irregular in attending the school and drop out before completing their schoolings. Abuse and neglect. Mostly neglect occur in one or more areas such as health, education, emotional development, nutrition and shelter. Girl child maltreatment, sometimes referred to as the girl child abuse and neglect, includes all forms of physical, emotional ill treatment, sexual abuse, neglect, and exploitation that results in actual or potential harm to the child's health, development, and dignity. Within this broad definition, five subtypes can be distinguished as physical abuse, sexual abuse, neglect, negligent treatment, emotional abuse, and exploitation. As adults, it is our responsibility to observe the child's behavior that may shows the abuses that may occur at the home or at school or any place and encourage them to speak out. Always put child first. Give priority over all other important works. Do not ignore the situation. Girl child labor. There is a very little documentation on girl child labor, which can also be seen as an evidence of invisibility of our labor, though it contributes so widely to the family, community, and society at large. Worldwide, domestic and household work is very often not seen as work as such. Also, if a girl help mother in the household, it, it is in the most part of unrecognized because home-based work is seen as the unskilled nature and with low status. Possible reason why employers prefer female child laborers. to male child laborers includes that they are seen as more domesticable, timid, compliant, loyal, responsible, and stable. They do not waste time in chatting, nor do they take frequent breaks, as they usually have no addictions or vices. They are able to sit quietly in one place and are more hardworking and obedient than the boys. Their lack of education and vocational training due to the preference given to the boys for the education in families block their ability to move upwards. Because she lacks education, she has less possibility on the labor market and is only given low paid and unskilled jobs. The situation of the girl child laborer is particularly alarming due to the gender discrimination in large parts of Indian societies. They are exploited more than boys. What are the measures by which we can improve the condition of girls? Improving the condition of girl child requires a long-term coordinated activities which involves many stakeholders such as government, educational institutions, mass media, NGO and community-based organizations. Government of India has initiated several welfare programs aimed at happy and healthy child. It is important that economic measures should be taken for the families, such as incentives to the people who have daughters. For example, they can be given more priority while determining work opportunities as a part of various rural employment schemes. Families that have daughters can have joint account opened in the name of parents at nearby government banks or central or state government. Both can be asked to contribute definite amount at fixed intervals so that the basic needs of the families, especially that girl, are taken care of. Providing equal opportunities. There should be no discrimination on the basis of gender. Girls should be given equal opportunities as boys, but more stress should be given on the welfare of girl child so that to enable them to avail these equal opportunities. Girls should get equal opportunity to compete for each job and should be offered equal pay for equal work. Handicapped and socially deprived girls should be given job opportunity on preferential basis. Educational measures. The Indian government has already ensured that it provides basic primary education for all till the age of 14. The government should ensure that girls get to study more as far as they wish to. For this, their education till graduation level should be provided for free, especially in the backward areas. More women only higher education institutions where women's get admission only should be made operational. Social awareness. Social awareness should be spread about various aspects of girl child in following ways that posters may be fixed at prominent parts in the localities, circulation of printouts, pamphlets in various local languages, TV, radio talks, street play focusing on various issues related to girls with stress on solution, discussions and seminars by local bodies at all levels to ensure participation at grassroots level. Nutritional measures. Midday meal program is a key in preventing nutritional deficiency diseases as well as to encourage schooling of the girls as well as boys. A special supplementation program should be started for malnourished girls. Vitamin D supplementation should be given as per need in the community to prevent rickets, especially in girls. And National Deworming Day is also very good initiative where tablet albendazole is given to the children to get rid of worms. In some states, iron tablets are also given to prevent anemia. Special attention should be given to the girls while home visits by health workers. During the home visits by community health workers, stress should be given on health status of the girls who may otherwise be neglected by their families. During every visit, nutritional status should be checked. Health education regarding personal hygiene, menstrual hygiene should be provided. Family should encourage to visit health center with the girl if any disease is found for further checkup. Adoption of girls. The general public should be motivated for adoption of girls and especially handicapped ones. Mass adoption of girls either from a school or a community by NGOs or an industrial house should also be promoted. By this, we can provide better life to the orphan girls. Legal protection. There are various laws which protect girls from exploitation. These should be implemented effectively, such as Prohibition of Child Marriage Act 2006, Dowry Prohibition Act 1961, the Child Labor Prohibition Act 1986, Medical Termination of Pregnancy 1971, Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Prevention and Prohibition Redressal Act 2013. So these are the activities which can be or measures which can be taken to improve the status of girls and women in the society. Thank you for watching videos. For getting updates of latest video, please subscribe channel My Student Support System. You can like Facebook page My Student Support System. And for making your notes, visit my blogger mynursingstudents.blogspot.com. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and join Facebook group Nursing Notes. Thank you. Have a nice day.